Hey everyone, my name here on YouTube is Pollymacho, or you can just call me Alex. And with the few exceptions of family or friends who know about this YouTube channel, in which case, saw dudes, I don't necessarily know you. I don't know about your goals, your name, I don't know your feelings on brunch, or if you're one of my 100 subscribers, in which case, hey, that'd be pretty sick. Thank you all. Uh, but, but regardless of who you are, and whenever you're viewing this, whether it is as soon as I upload it, a few weeks afterwards, a few months, or even a few years, maybe more years when I'm old and gray, I just wanted to say at this particular moment, regardless of your political affiliations or just what you've done in the past or the person you are, I hope you know you deserve to be treated with kindness and respect. You deserve kind words. I'm going to talk about the subject of this video now, which would have been a really good transition. But regardless of that, if you choose to watch the rest of the video, that'd be super sick. But if not, and you just kind of click out now, I really hope you remember the fact that you deserve to be treated with kindness and respect, regardless of what's going on in your life or the type of person you are. So let's get into a Speedo or any type of bathing suit, if any, and let's just dive right into the subject of this video. Kind words.
Kind Words, Lo-Fi Chill Beats to Write To is an extremely charming game on Steam about writing letters to strangers. In it, you play as a tiny child as you're just chilling in your room. You see this very nice mail carrier deer outside your window named Ella, who is a bit worried about her new job delivering mail. So being the kind soul you are, write a letter for Ella on her first day. And after being inspired by your words, she decides to tackle her job with a newfound enthusiasm, and with that, the tutorial is over and the game officially begins. The game offers players an opportunity to share their thoughts on someone's problems for a short window of time. This isn't like a long-form pen pal where two people message each other back and forth repeatedly. Instead, it's you writing your letter, and anyone else playing can write you back. There's only one initial near the bottom of the letter, trying to keep everyone as anonymous as possible, so feel free to share whatever you're comfortable doing so. This game is exactly what you expect, writing letters with some chill lo-fi beats to listen to in the background, and it's actually really fun. Alright, I'm going to walk you through the gameplay of Kind Words so you know what to expect, because this game's mechanics make this experience go from writing a school paper on a topic you don't care about at all, to something that is actually enjoyable and feels extremely rewarding. So let's start with what I imagine will be the first thing you do. Writing a letter. So with writing a letter, you are given about 12 lines to articulate whatever you want to talk about. From how you currently feel to any problems you want to share in hopes of hearing advice, to just asking people questions, etc. And again, it's important not to mention any direct names or give away any personal information. Just offer what you feel comfortable sharing. Once you've written your letter, you send it out to other players and await a response, which can vary in time. So now that your letter has been sent and you have some time to kill, what better way to await a response than to reply to others? When you click the View Requests icon, you'll see letters other players have written. Once you come across one that catches your eye, you can click Reply and write your response. Choose however you want to respond, but remember this is going out to real people. When you finish composing your letter, you can add a sticker to the bottom of it. Stickers in this game are awesome because they're not just cute doodles to add color, but actually culminate in adding to your character's room. If you click the decoration option on your menu, you'll be taken to a sticker sheet with shapes missing. If you see a shape filled in, you can add that sticker to your room as a physical object that can be interacted with a mouse click. It adds some color to the room and they're really fun to look at. What's even cooler is that if you press the arrow buttons on the sticker sheet, it changes the room to a different theme. My personal favorite is this winter one, and I love the lodge cabin look it's going for. The most recent room they added in August 2021 was Pink Lemonade, and it's pretty cool. Look at this little dude, he's adorable. In addition, you can send out smaller messages to other players you see in the form of paper airplanes. which is a fun thing to do to pass the time. When you do eventually get a response, Ella will pop her head into your window to drop them off. First, displaying any new stickers players may have attached to the response letters to you, then show you the notes addressed to you, and if you really like what someone had to say, the last form of communication you have with them is sending them a sticker as thanks. If you get a lot of responses to your letter that you really value, you can export them through the options menu to save them on your computer or print them out as a physical copy. This gameplay of writing letters is surprisingly fun. While the anticipation of waiting to hear back from another player with a tailor-made message is pretty fun, having the opportunity to do the same for others and the chance to receive new stickers to decorate your room is enticing. Because it has in-game rewards of receiving items to spice up your room of choice, and real-life rewards in helping other people or being helped yourself. I haven't seen many video games that can do something like that, but Kind Words is able to, and for that I am tremendously impressed. Like any particular thing involving other people, there are bound to be those who want to dip their toes into a little tomfoolery and mess with people online, and not in the jovial and well-natured sense, rather getting enjoyment at others' expense. But the way Kind Words chooses to present itself almost acts as the perfect counter for such ill behavior, and it does this by making the process of trolling unsatisfying. First, suppose you were going into this to mess with people. In that case, you have to pay for a game about writing letters, which is probably gonna turn people off right there when you can just jump into a COD lobby and go to town. But if you pass that step, one action that may take a lot of the punch out of it is that you don't ever get to see how the person reacts to a letter besides getting a sticker or not, and any reported letters are sent directly to the creator of the game, as mentioned in the Gamingindustrybiz article interviewing the creator. The link will be provided in the description below if you want to give it a read. By not allowing any further communication after the letter responding to the first, it doesn't allow an opportunity to provoke or get a reaction out of another, which is a pretty cool way of solving the problem. While there will always be problematic behavior when involving other people, Kind Words does a great job at reducing it with its presentation. As far as deal breakers go, the only two I can really think of is the game's concept itself. If you're not a fan of writing or you don't like lo-fi style music, chances are you may not enjoy your experience. The second point is because of it, and this may come across as a very silly point to mention, but I feel it's important to state for those interested, this game doesn't have an overarching plot or a win state. The game ends when you don't want to play it anymore. So once you play the game for a few hours, your experience will not differ from the more game time. It's going to be more of the same. It's the type of game you can play for as long as you're interested, then put down until you feel the desire to play it again, or just play it once and you're done. That's ultimately your call.
At this current point, I have gone over through multiple aspects of what makes Kind Words such an interesting and fun video game that I totally think you should give a shot. But before I end this video, I want to give an example, and I want to go over a letter I wrote and the replies I got and just share how much it really meant to me. So I got my replies all here. I'll print it out on a nice sheet of 8x11 paper. And yeah, I'll read what I wrote, and then I will try to go into the replies before kind of giving a thing beforehand. And yeah, I'm well aware how vain it will be to share to an audience of people nice comments I got on the internet, but I honestly think the advice here is really helpful, especially if you're a creative who's just starting out in anything, and hopefully it pushes you to keep on going, because I think you have a really cool gift out there, and frankly, I'd love to see it. That would be super sick. Okay, so here's what I wrote. I make video essays on YouTube, and I'm starting to second guess if I'm cut out to do them. I put a lot of work into them and get roughly a handful of views. I understand you're supposed to love what you do and not care about the subs or the likes or all that stuff, but it's hard to ignore them. And I think one of the very pervasive reasons that made me want to write that, or just kind of share that, is I'm like 12 videos into YouTube now, so I'm invested. I'm invested in the metaphorical realm reborn that is eventually the YouTube's Heaven's Ward with the late game content, which is a very, very dumb reference that I'm sure only a few people are gonna get, but I'm gonna keep it in there because I like it. But it's something where you put a lot of time into it, and especially in those early sections of 4 or 5 videos where you put yourself out there and you kind of go into it expecting that it's suddenly gonna blow up, or suddenly people are gonna start watching your stuff and everyone's gonna talk about it. But in actuality, when you put it out there, chances are people aren't really going to see it. At least at first, it's a gradual climb. And I would watch a lot of YouTube. In fact, I still do a bit more than I would like, while on one hand, super cool to see what my fellow peers and other creative talents are able to do. On the other hand, if I look at someone who is 22 or 23 and they are putting out these incredible videos weekly, it really, you take a metaphorical stake to the self-esteem, and it's just like, oh, it's brutal. Like, it's super cool to see what they can do, but it kind of makes you think, why am I not doing that? Why are mine not being well received? And then you start to get into this really negative mindset that's kind of just, it's not really fun. And I wrote that after working on a video, I think it was like my 5th or 6th, or it was at the time the No More Heroes one, which I really liked it. And I was hoping it would all of a sudden blow up, but it didn't. And while I look back on that, I'm totally cool with that. In that moment, I was like, oh man, I worked so hard on it. I thought it was really funny. But the replies I got back were really helpful, and I really want to share them with you. I'm gonna go from order from the first to the last. I got about 5 of them. So here's what we got. Hi. This is my first letter, so excuse me if it's bad, but I just wanted to let you know that nobody on the YouTube platform starts off with a huge fan base. They all started from 0 at the beginning, and usually there comes a time when something happens and they suddenly soar in popularity. I think maybe you just haven't reached that break yet, so as long as you keep enjoying making the essay videos and or you have at least a few people who support your channel, I think you should totally keep at it. Running out of lines here, good luck. Jay. Alright, letter number 2. Hey mate, I watched a video talking about how long it takes and how hard it is to create a successful YouTube channel. I forgot how many videos people usually have to create on average to get about 1,000 subscribers. It was definitely over 40, don't be discouraged. I'm sure your videos are great, and soon many more to check out if you stick with it. If you're really passionate about it, I'm sure it'll show in the videos you create. Good luck, my friend. See. I understand the feeling. I stream on YouTube right now. I hope to put some work into making videos soon, but I worry about not having enough people there to enjoy them. I sometimes look at my chat, which is nothing, and wish there was more there. I'm going to keep going though. There has to be a breakthrough that I'm missing. Let's keep working hard together. And who knows, maybe we'll both make a name for ourselves. Good luck, alright? Hope to see you on YouTube. TK. Keep doing what you love for the love of it. YouTube is an odd beast. The algorithm is fickle, but one day it'll grab something you've done and it'll take off. More videos, more to grab, more chances at success. For now though, you gotta do it for the love of the essay. Refine your editing, lighting, mic work in the meantime. It'll pay off in the end, if frustrating for now. I look forward to finding your videos someday. Much love, Z. And the last letter I got. Hey there, I'm not a YouTuber, but from what I've seen from most other social media sites, it's usually all about algorithms and all that weird stuff. It can be just minuscule things like exaggerated or bizarre titles. Since I can't fully know everything about your channel, it's all the advice I can give, but I really just wanted to let you know that you shouldn't second guess yourself. That the problem being your efforts and skill are lacking is not at all true, but it's all a matter of technology being weird. Keep doing what's fun. I know you can do it. K. And honestly, that's super cool. And that feels amazing. One thing about me is I get really, really annoyed and very not fun to be around when I see people who are doing good things and constantly talking about how much good they're doing. Like they're parading what they've done and then looking down at people who don't do that, or that are just so annoying about the good they're doing, where they have to keep making it everyone's thing of, oh, by the way, did you know I did this? Well, because I did this. And it feels so insincere. Like the whole reason they were doing it was just to share with other people how good they are. But what I love so much about Kind Words is that these are people you may never meet in your entire life that will take time out of their day, minding their own business, playing this game, seeing the problems you have, or just listening to your struggle, or whatever it is you're willing to share, and are willing to just talk to you, to type a paragraph and a few sentences to give you the most amount of reassurance they can, or encouraging you, or whatever the case may be, and then leaving. And that feels so selfless because they are getting no credit for this. They know there will be no sudden thing of fame and that things are gonna happen. It's just, they're just helping you out in that moment without expecting anything else in return. And that is just so cool. Kind Words presents this way of helping people that I have never seen done before. And especially with video games, it's something that can only be done through it. It is a medium about interactivity, and it has this weird blending thing where it blends into the fictional world of writing these letters to this character, but also to yourself in real life. And that's why I think you should try Kind Words.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you decide to try Kind Words, I hope you have a great time in writing letters. Maybe get a nice beverage and turn it into a lovely experience. I would really appreciate a rating on this video or subscribing to my channel if you want to see my future videos, but I'm not your dad, so do whatever you please. My name is Pollymacho here on YouTube, or you can just call me Alex. Take your pick. Thank you again, and have a good one.